Samsung's biggest smartphone is getting bigger, with the Galaxy Note 9 delivering more power, a more flexible S Pen and a more capable camera. It's the latest in the company's stylus-toting phablet flagships, though this time around it's a matter of refinement, not full reinvention. The target audience of power users and pen addicts remains the same, and so does the design language. The front is dominated by the largest Super AMOLED panel on a Note so far, a 6.4-inch screen that nudges out ahead of the Galaxy S9 Plus in the size stakes. It's still running at Quad HD Plus resolution though, just like the Note 8. The stylus you use to interact with it has had its biggest upgrade in years though. The new S Pen still allows you to sketch, make handwritten notes and sign and annotate documents, but for 2018 it has gained Bluetooth Low Energy too. That turns the S Pen into a remote control that works up to around 30 feet from the phone. If you ever found yourself behind the camera instead of in a group photo, being able to remotely load the camera app, flip between the front and rear cameras and take a shot all by tapping and double tapping the S Pen's side button could mean you feature in a lot more shots. The shortcut launcher is customizable too. If you're giving a presentation, you can have it skip through slides. While you're listening to music, it can play or pause the track or skip through your playlist. Samsung is hoping third-party developers will use its new S Pen Bluetooth SDK to add functionality to their own apps too later this year. It's powered by a supercapacitor, which charges up while the stylus is safely tucked up in its silo. 40 seconds of charging is enough for about half an hour of use, or around 200 button clicks. Even if it runs down, you can still use the S Pen for note-taking. The Note 9's other big change is on the back. Not only has Samsung taken a welcome leap out of the Galaxy S9's book and shifted the fingerprint sensor to a far more ergonomically pleasing location, but the dual camera array of the Note 8 has been upgraded with dual pixel technology. As before, one of the 12 megapixel sensors gets a telephoto lens for 2x optical zoom. The other, however, can now switch between two physical apertures, f1.5 for low light situations and f2.4 for everyday scenes. You can control the switch manually in Pro mode or leave the decision to the Note 9 in Auto mode. Also new to Auto mode is Scene Optimizer, which uses AI to differentiate between 20 different scenes and adjust settings like brightness, contrast, white balance and colour to suit. Inside, Samsung's tradition of cherry-picking the cutting edge in components continues. For the US, there's Qualcomm's Snapdragon 845 with some Samsung customizations to improve graphics performance and a 3 times larger cooling system than the Note 8. Unlike last year, there'll be two Note 9 configurations. The entry-level phone has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. However, a second version steps up to 8GB of RAM and a hefty 512GB of storage. Max out the microSD slot with Samsung's latest 512GB memory card, and you're looking at a full terabyte in your pocket. It's part of Samsung's push to make the Note 9 replace your laptop or desktop PC. Samsung DeX, now in its third generation, has done away with the complicated dock. Instead, a USB-C to HDMI dongle is all you need to show Samsung's Windows-like interface on an external display. You can keep using the Note 9 screen and all its apps while simultaneously using the external desktop. Or you can use the smartphone as a virtual trackpad and keyboard for those times you don't have a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse around. Thankfully, Samsung has squeezed a bigger battery into the Note 9 to keep all this going. You now get a 4000 mAh battery, up considerably from the 3300 in the old Note 8. Otherwise though, it's business as usual. You get IP68 water and dust resistance, fast wireless charging, and that increasingly rare 3.5mm headphone port. Samsung Knox security is included, and there's still facial recognition and iris recognition. Samsung says speed and performance are the #1 reason people give for upgrading their phone, and the Note 9 does its level best to focus on each of those things. While the lavender purple and ocean blue colour options may be more casual than black, this is an Android smartphone that means serious business and has the specs to match. It'll be available to pre-order from August 10th and start shipping on August 24th. Samsung will also have a fast wireless duo charger accessory which can simultaneously recharge the phone and a smartwatch. What it won't be is cheap. The 128GB Note 9 will be $999.99, while the 512GB version will be a whopping $1,249.99. All of the major US carriers will offer at least the cheaper handset, and Samsung will sweeten the deal with either a free pair of AKG noise-cancelling headphones or 15,000 Fortnite V-Bucks for those who pre-order. Still, this is a big price for a big phone, and Note 8 customers may wonder if there's enough different to make upgrading worth their while.